Hi there, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Hezekiel, and today's tutorial is about a, a processor upgradation. So, since I've made some videos previously where I actually go in detail explaining about what a processor is and then how to choose a processor. So this video today is about this question here before you on the screen. This question says to you, is a computer processor upgradable in a desktop or a laptop? So in this video we are going to answer this question in detail. So for you to know that a processor is upgradable in a desktop or a laptop, you must understand the current technology generation and then have information about the current technology of processors. So according to the current technology, computers like laptops are made in a way where you cannot upgrade a processor. So it is salted like together with the motherboard. There is no way that you can remove the processor and then you upgrade it. So that is the disadvantage about a laptop. So that's why it is advisable that when you go to the store to purchase a laptop, you make sure that the processor is the right processor that has a good kind of a speed, so that it will have a high performance, so that you will enjoy your computer with high performance. This means that when you have made the right decision on the store to purchase the right laptop, you will not stress about the upgradation of a processor, which is not possible on a laptop. So this means that you will enjoy the performance, high performance of your laptop. So that is that about the upgradation of a processor on a laptop. Is not upgradable, and then if you want to upgrade a processor in a laptop, you will then have to go to the store and purchase a new laptop, because there is no way that you can then remove the processor of a computer and then on a laptop remove it and upgrade it. So that is what is bad about the current technology when it comes to laptops. So since that is the case, we only have one option, which is to boost the computer processor. We have only one option on then to boost the computer processor. So we will go through that steps where we will be boosting the computer processor. So since that is the case about a laptop, let's go to a desktop. So in a desktop, the processor, it is upgradable. You can upgrade a processor in a laptop. In a desktop, in a desktop you can then upgrade a processor. What you can do, you can simply go to the store and then you present to them the device specifications, any relevant information about the motherboard of a desktop, and then they will give you the right processor so that you can then upgrade your processor to another level. So I do hope you understand. I do hope you understand this description or explanation about how processor works according to the plans of upgrading these personal computers. So since that is the case, we are now going to go to the computer and then boost it. We are now going to go to the computer and boost it. But before we go, let me do a recap about the previous video which I've made where I actually go in detail explaining about the processors. So in the previous video I've mentioned that it's very important that when you go to the store you make sure that your computer processor, the speed of the processor, it is about 3 gigahertz and more, and make sure that you are not taking a computer processor with a speed of megahertz, because the megahertz are not powerful and the megahertz are for simple computers, simple devices. So it's very important that you make sure that when you go to the store you make the right decision about the processor of a laptop, about the processor speed of a laptop. So since that is the case, I want us to go and boost the processor. And for those who might not have a knowledge, who does not know what a processor is, a processor, it is a computer component that is regarded as the heart of the computer, which processes instructions, and then it also sends out, receives and information, interprets, and so on. So where do you find a processor in a computer? You go to the settings, and when you are on the settings you then go to system. When you are on system, then you go to about, then that's where you will find a processor. So in short, let's just go there and see where do you find a processor for someone who doesn't know where to find a computer processor. So we are simply going to go to the settings. Let's go to the settings. You click here, and then we go to the settings. So since we are on the settings like this, you go to system. So when you are on system, you go to about, so then after clicking on about, it's gonna show you the device specifications. So this is what we're talking about when we're speaking about a processor. We are speaking, you see, it says a processor, which a type which is an Intel, and then the gigahertz, it's, you see, it's 3.30 gigahertz. So that's what we're talking about when we're speaking about a computer processor. And then remember, in this video is about to actually inform you that you cannot upgrade this processor in a laptop. You cannot upgrade this in a laptop. If you bought it in a store and then you find out that it is less than 2 here, or it is 1, it is less than 2, 1 and downwards, then consider your computer to be very slow. Consider it to be very slow, and being slow, consider it to be the nature of it, because of it has the small kind of a processor speed. So since that is the case, let me show you another example where the low processor it looks like. So this is how a low processor speed looks like, which is not recommended. It's going to give you a long-term problem in your computer usage. Can you see the processor here, which is the processor, the company, which is the Intel of the processor, and then it is the older version of the processor. It is the older version i3. It is not the latest modification of a processor. It is the older one. So now you can see the speed. It is measured, the speed of the processor, it is measured in 800 megahertz. So this means that this is a very small kind of a speed of a processor, which will not be profitable to you at all. You will not at all enjoy your computer, because when you download a movie is going to take a day or 2 days, and then if you are downloading files on internet, it's gonna take some long hours. So you will at all not enjoy this kind of a computer processor speed. So, and then you also cannot upgrade it if you're using a laptop. You cannot upgrade this if you're using a laptop. So that's other disadvantage of a laptop. That's why it is important that when you go to the store, you do then make the right decision of choosing the right kind of a processor. So yes, that is it about it. So now, since that is the case, I want us to go and then see on how we can boost the processor. So I want us to look at this here. You can see how it looks like the processor in a laptop. This is how it looks like, the processor in a laptop. So there is no way that you can remove this. You can remove this. It is a processor of a laptop. There is no way that you can remove it, because it is like sealed or soldered together with the motherboard. You cannot remove this. This is how a processor looks like in a laptop. So I want us to go and boost the processor. I want us to go and boost the processor.